Okay. Good morning. Happy Friday to everybody. 3-day weekend coming up. We just had a meeting, and since everybody labored so hard over the budget process, we voted to take Monday off. Everybody. Okay. All right. With that, Tom.
Morning, Chairman, Commission. I'm not sure of Commissioner House status. I'm not sure he's zooming or not. But we'll go ahead and start. Nicole?
Good morning. We have 3 announcements for next week's meeting. Sedgwick County was recently named a Wichita Business Journal DEI Award honoree. So we're going to talk about that and show our video. The Zoo Boulevard Bridge rehab project will be starting in 2 weeks. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we are also going to cover Disaster Preparedness Month, which is September. And that's all I have.
We have a proclamation for sickle cell awareness. We have 3 appointments. One is for First District CAB. One is for MAPC, a reappointment of Joe Johnson, and a reappointment for Access Advisory Board. Dr. Brantley will be here to give the Extension Center quarterly update, which is a first item under new business, item F. Item G is a island annexation. I think you've all been briefed on for Valley Center. Kat Rodriguez will present that from the counselor's office. H and I are both benefit district creations. They're both in District 3. I don't know, Lynn, if you want to talk on this at all, or you have anything to add on that? Which one? Items H and I, the benefit district.
Both of these are standard special assessments. The only thing a little bit different with these is that typically we have a 1 or 2 phase special assessment. In this particular case, we've got multiple phases that are separated out. The developer has chosen to separate out drainage from streets, and the streets separated between areas of the development. And that's what makes it look like there's a lot going on with both of these, but they are the standard assessments that we typically run through.
Where's stormwater at?
Stormwater is at Maple and 247th West.
And Rachel Brooks is 167th and Central.
That's it. That is it.
Thanks.
Item J,
Any questions?
No. Okay, fine. Item J, the Human Resource Chief will be back to present the parental leave policy. That's about 98% there. The commission just needs to give guidance on time and how much you want to allocate there, and Sheena will go over that.
Yeah, and Sheena, that was similar to the last deal, but we took out there's the only change is to take out that one double working, whatever it
The
was.
second job, we took that out. Yes.
But everything else is the same. And then it'll be, I think for us, it'll be a decision if we want to adopt it or not, but 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
You can have the discussion on
whatever.
time.
Right.
Yes.
So, okay, thank you.
Backup material shows 8 weeks. That's not what we're looking at. Are we adjustable on this thing, or are we following the backup?
Our backup material does say 8 weeks, but if you want to discuss what time frame you're more comfortable with, you can do that.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
K is Board of Bids and Contracts, and then we go into a consent agenda. Item L on consent is a construction easement in conjunction with City of Hayesville, has no fiscal note on it for the county. M and N are both conditional use requests for accessory apartments in rural residential zoning. Any challenges to either of those? Item O Item O is a renewal of vendor contracts for in-home and respite services. The majority of the packet's taken up by this because all the contracts are within the backup materials, but it is a renewal, and the 10 areas that we're renewing contract with are listed on page 136 of your backup material. P is the agreement, our ongoing work with KDADS and the psych hospital build. Another technical piece to that, which will authorize certain members of the county manager's office to enter into funding agreements with that. Tanya will probably give an update on psych hospital Wednesday or next week at staff, just to keep you aware. It's moving along. I mean, not the pace we like it to move, but she will keep the commission every other week or so. She'll give a report on where that project is.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, since the public also is probably, it'd be shared so the public viewing as well. So,
And the website is created for anything pertaining to that. So if you're a builder or a developer or an architect, watch that website. Any information as this moves will go onto that website, because we're going to be as
good,
overly transparent with this as we can.
Yep.
So. Items Q, R, S, and T, you got an email from Joan that her item numbers were off just a bit because we've added to the rough draft here. But it's an approval of an item Q, is an approval of a agreement with Overflow for 0 Reasons Why. And you had a presentation on that from some kids last year, and Joan's note does a good job of explaining the background of that. Items R and S are agreements with school districts, one Mulvane, the other Mays, to do the mental health intervention programs there through ComCare. And the fiscal notes are attached on each of those backup items. T is a employment agreement for Christina Stanton. This is one of our psych nurses who are contracted to help ComCare. That's item T. Item U is the ICAC task force approval. That's $420,606 from the Sheriff's Department. Item V is a request for usage of the Coleman parking lot for Raza Fest. And I think we charge a usage fee there of $150 for the use for that for today. Item W is a traffic engineer for Lynn that's above grade minimum, that comes in highly qualified, and Lynn can talk about that if you have questions. Item X represents a little bit more cleanup post-COVID. That is the repealing of the mandatory vaccine policy for COVID-19 that we had with ComCare in the health department. And if you remember back in time, we had to implement that. There were some requirements for us to require vaccines for those entities. That has expired, so we're going to repeal that policy. Item Y is an emergency amendment for the ADF, the Adult Detention Facility dishwasher exhaust replacement. And item Z is we've got a health department grant, and they can spend $1,397,967 for facility improvements on 9th Street. So there's a plan and intention to move forward with that, and Andrew Dills can answer any questions that commission has on that. And the rest of the items are plat additions and general business. There is a fire agenda. And the only thing on the fire agenda, in addition to approval of minutes, is the same. If the commission adopts any kind of parental leave under the main agenda, we'll revisit the parental leave for fire department as well. We will move that to them also. And we do have an executive session on security matters that we will have commissioners go to. And I, my here, between a half hour. Mike, can you just give us a time of how long it'll take for that instruction?
Yeah, we're thinking it'll be about 20 minutes.
Okay, very good. That's it.
Okay. Any questions? Anybody else here that has any questions, or comments? Don't see any, so. Thank you. Everybody try to have an enjoyable weekend. So we'll see everybody Tuesday. Yep. Be Labor Day. It's labor. You're in labor. There's a lot of labor going on. A lot of labor.